Chile. I have to return to 2005 because I was there, and in my impression, the greatest entrance that I ever lived in person. You came out of a tank, and the people loved that. What do you remember about that entrance, that match with John Cena for the U.S. title at WrestleMania 31?
Well, it's very interesting. Me and Lana always talked about, just like between us and dreaming about WrestleMania entrance, and we always like, oh, it'll be great if we have a tank and an army and all that. We were just like kind of fantasizing maybe. And maybe a couple of days maybe before WrestleMania, we went to the stadium, and there was a tank there, and there was an army marching, and there was guns, and like, whoa, this is actually going to happen. And my mind was just blown. Here I am. I was just less than a year ago. I was in NXT, and now I get to ride in a tank in WrestleMania. It's the greatest, entrance of all time. It was surreal. I really could not believe that this is happening. And this, even when the tank, rode in stop, I stood up with the flag, and I kind of just stood there and looked around and trying to soak it all in, because it was once in a lifetime, just moment, an opportunity.
Do you see any equal between wrestling and soccer? Maybe in his fans?
Well, the fans, those ultras or those fanatics with football, we can compare that to our fans. But at the same time, I don't want to say that, it's a bad thing, but, they can get carried away with all these, fireworks, the riots and throwing things with the, on the pitch and all that, which I think is outrageous and just does not belong into football. But we in wrestling, we have the same passion. Our fans have the same passion, just maybe a bit more civilized, I would say. So yeah, it's the same. Like, you like somebody, you go get their shirt and you go and support at the match or at the wrestling. It doesn't matter. So I think it's very, very similar. The passion is there. The fans are there all over the world, and that's what we do. At the end of the day, a football match without a crowd is not the same football match. The same thing goes with wrestling. If I get to wrestle with John Cena, at WrestleMania with a tank, if there's nobody there, well, nobody will care.
Yeah. Well, I prefer wrestling because you can actually meet the wrestlers, your idols. Soccer is a little more difficult to think close of, I don't know, Messi or Ronaldo maybe, for a regular fan. So that's why I love wrestling.
We're a lot more accessible, yes. I would say that we are a lot more accessible because we love our fans. We don't, we owe everything to them, and I think that we all know that. That's why we get to let them know, hey, without you, we're not going to be where we are right now. So thank you.
Finally, I want to ask you about now. You are almost too close to a new WrestleMania. Your evolution from coming to America and now be the U.S. champion. What do you see as the evolution of Rusev?
The evolution is, I think, it's just a natural thing. Which I want to be WWE champion at the end of the day. Without that, I feel like I'm never going to be satisfied without that. I cannot retire. I can't retire without winning that title. So this is a big step for me that I would like to do. And I also pride myself with, being able to do anything. Anything you've thrown at me, or Vince, or whoever, I've done. That's another thing that I'm looking forward to do whatever is next. If I can be, anything pretty much on screen, I can do that. I want to do a couple of WWE movies. Why not? I've been on Total Divas. I've been a reality star. So all these things, and just the natural progression is just to keep evolving. I think as human beings, that's what we do. We evolve. And I think the title, being in WWE movies, that's going to be. And one day, maybe be a father,
Thank you, Rusev, and like we say in Chile, Feliz Día de Rusev.
Yes, Feliz Día de Rusev.